Back-to-back wins for the Foxes, and if they do the same again in the final two, they will be champions, as the final score here is Leicester City 5, Southampton 0.
Well, what a Tuesday evening here at King Power Stadium that has been. Matt Elliott, we're going to stick with you out there in the press box as we soak up these celebrations, listen to the celebrations, watch the celebrations, because what an evening it's been.
Certainly has. I think best of the season so far, Dan, don't you? I think that's the feel I get from the supporters here. There's people hugging and unfortunately some are kissing as well around here, as it's all getting a bit emotional, but understandably so. You know, you can, performances like that don't come around too often, and it's just been a super display, hasn't it? Pretty much from start to finish, you have to say. You know, the complete football, really, wasn't it? You know, they were dominant, secure defensively, worked their absolute socks off all over the pitch, but particularly in midfield, and then pressing and squeezing and dominating the game. And then you're just hoping that quality is there, which hasn't been too often of late. It was there in abundance tonight, wasn't it? And you can hear the music in the background.
Yeah, how good are these celebrations, Matt?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's great celebratory music, this, isn't it, the song. And Enzo Maresca and his staff are all going along with the beat, and fitness coordinators jumping around. It's people of all ages waving, clapping, jumping, dancing, cheering. I've got people screaming at me, I don't know why. But yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Southampton away fans are pretty much disappeared. Moments to savour for fans and players alike.
Yeah, it's a vital 3 points, Matt, isn't it? It's not mathematically done yet. There's still one win needed for the final two, but what a 3 points it is to give them that. The fact that they now do need just the one win from the last two.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm that is, isn't it? But it's amazing how things can be so topsy-turvy, isn't it? You know, not so long ago, everyone's fearing the worst and sort of hiding behind the sofa and looking at fixtures, and now, you know, you couldn't be more positive about Leicester's possibilities going forward, can you? I mean, the level of this display on top of any sort of win would have been fabulous.
Yeah, on Saturday, Matt, it was Hamza Chowdhury who was going around and getting all the plaudits. Tonight, it's Abdul Fatawu, and rightly so. What a hat-trick that was.
Yeah, well, Leicester have been imperious tonight, generally, and it was everything, really, wasn't it? Because it was almost a complete team performance there. Everyone contributed. Players dancing in the far corner as if they, you know, won a major trophy already. I wouldn't say they're not getting ahead of themselves, but they're making the most of this evening. Why not? And carry that positivity onwards. But to talk about individuals, there were numerous out there who were absolutely excellent this evening. But Fatawu, yes, is it the coming of age of him? Maybe, I don't know. It's a bit, you know, he's still a young boy. He's still a massive potential more than anything. But when he gets it right, it's spectacular, isn't it? And it's been a little while coming, but when that second goal is what he's all about, really. Just want to see more of it, but no complaints tonight. Yeah,
there we go. His shirt's gone in the crowd, Matt, and the fan will be going home even more happy than he is. But he was revelling in it. That was his song, wasn't it, being played? He's got the match ball. He's the main man tonight, but there have been so many. Everyone stepped up tonight. You don't beat a team like Southampton 5-0 without it being a really good team performance.
No, I mean, no one could have foreseen that sort of scoreline, can you? Not in this game. Perhaps against different opposition, but the tenseness of the game tonight and the build-up to it, and everyone. Yes, it was eased a little bit by the results at the weekend, but even so, it's on a knife edge, this situation, is it? And when it really mattered, Leicester have stood up, and they've stood up so strong and so tall, haven't they? It's been amazing performance, and you sort of sit there thinking, how's it got to this? You know, why was it not? How are things not done and dusted already with the quality you saw out there tonight? But football's not as straightforward as that. You have to knuckle down and grind on at times. And Leicester have hung in there, but listen, they're loving this, and I think they're certainly as pleased as anyone, but maybe not as surprised. But they're on the pitch in a huddle, and players and staff alike. It's like joyous scenes, euphoric scenes. Still some work to do, mind you, but they've given themselves a wonderful opportunity, haven't they?
Absolutely. We'll leave the pictures on. We'll give you a slight rest, Matt. You've been talking about joyful scenes and gleeous scenes. There have been joyful and gleeous scenes here in the studio as well. David Nugent and Ewan Roberts have been dancing along to some of the music that's been going on out there. And you know what, rightly so. I think football's about moments, isn't it? It's about enjoying it. It's about enjoying the moment. And speaking of enjoying the moment, Wilfred Ndidi, can you hear me? Are you joining us live on the show? We can go to Wilf, who's in the tunnel. Congratulations. Oh, we've just lost him. Of course we have. We'll hopefully get him back straight away. News saved the day. What an evening.
Oh yeah, what a performance, what a statement. You know, Southampton came, you know, trying to, catch us, try and gain some points on us, but what an outstanding performance, put them to the sword. I thought they were really poor, but I think Leicester are absolutely fantastic. Some of the goals there today were a joy to behold, and, thoroughly deserved. The goals that we scored in the second half dominated the game. Every time we went forward, looked like we were going to score. And now Wilf's back. So
Wilf's back. Right, let's go for a take two, Wilf. Can you hear us? Congratulations, that was a brilliant performance tonight.
Thank you. It wasn't me that ended the call. I think the phone is having issues, but it's all right.
Yeah, you're hanging up on us, Wilf. No, you got the really important second goal tonight to give the team breathing space. What was that moment like, and what were those moments like at full time celebrating there?
It's really amazing. Getting the second goal at that moment actually gave the team more confidence. To go push. So I think the goal just came at the right time because the first minute of the first half they really pressed us. They had a couple of times with the balls, but the second goal just gave us more momentum to go for more.
Yeah, how big will the celebrations be tonight, Will? Still 2 games to go, 1 win needed, but you've got to celebrate a 5-0 win like that.
Yeah, we got to celebrate this one, but we also have to look for the next one because it's not finished until it's finished. Yeah, so we just have to look towards the next one. But now we just enjoy the moment, and then the coming days we look forward for the next one.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Wilf. We'll let you go and enjoy those celebrations.
Thank you.
See you later. Well played. Thank you.
All right. Cheers.
Wilfred Ndidi there. And as we heard from him, he spoke about the importance of that second goal. When that came, that was vital, wasn't it? Just to settle any nerves that may have crept in.
I mean, it's a horrible scoreline when you've dominated a game as we had up till then. I mean, they came out second half and they'd had a response. Obviously, Russell Martin had said a few things at half time. And I thought they started the second half slightly stronger than they played the entirety of the first half. But once that second goal went in, and he's making a really good habit of making those late runs into the penalty box, into that 6-yard box, the way he runs across his defender and a powerful header, and it was just the respite that we needed, and that little cushion of 2-0. I mean, I wasn't expecting another 3, I have to say, but it was. We sort of talked it up last night, Dan. We were saying we haven't really hammered a team at the King Power for a while. I think Norwich we won 3-1, but they scored first, and I think Swansea
was a late third.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been coming. We could enjoy the last 10-15 minutes of the game. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and the celebrations are brilliant. But I was so pleased that Wilfred said that there's still work to be done. Still need one more win.
It's just his goal was perfect as well. He's, as a number 8, you want him arriving into the box. You don't want him stood in the box waiting for the ball. He's ran onto it. It was a great ball again by Ndidi, where cut in on his right, whipped it into the box. Pretty similar to the Vardy goal against West Brom, where Vardy's on the move. This time he's running onto it, heading it down. Keeper's got no chance, through his legs, 2-0. Then you kind of think, go on now. Get a third, fourth, fifth, and it happened. Every goal we seemed to score was on the counter-attack. Southampton trying to push players forward, trying to get back into the game, and just opened up. And then when you got to pace them, Fatu, Ndidi, and Vardy up top, they're going to cause damage when Southampton push forward, trying to get a goal.
No shots on target as well for Southampton, which again underlines.
There was one.
I think it must have been going wide. It's 0 on it. It proves how dominant Leicester were throughout. Not just in that last 20 minutes.
And do you know what I'm so pleased about? People were scored about the attacking side of the game, the 5 goals, the quality of the 5 goals, a clean sheet.
Yeah, it's massive.
You know, I think it's only the second clean sheet at home in our last 10 games. But absolutely brilliant. You know, and never looked like conceding really. Southampton never really. And I was really surprised. You know, we've spoken about the likes of Brooks and Armstrong, Shea Adams, Dozy. They've got some talented players. They have top scorers, as we said, scored 80 odd goals. Never had a sniff. Ricardo, brilliant. Vestergaard, fast. James Justin never gave David Brooks an inch. You know, he saw David Brooks off. Armstrong was pushed over to that right-hand side. He didn't have a kick against James Justin. The midfield boys were immense. You know, Ndidi and Dewsbury Hall playing that little bit further forward. I mean, Jamie Vardy didn't stop running and got his just deserves in the end with a magnificent finish from, Fatu, right wing cross. I mean, the crowd was superb as well.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely unbelievable atmosphere.
Just pick up the stat man quickly on one thing. Ewan never comes with an incorrect stat. Southampton no longer the top scorers in the Championship.
Is that
Leicester
right?
have overtaken them
Brilliant.
now. 86 Leicester have to Southampton's 85.
Just on that Vardy goal as well, it was a team goal as well, where you could hear the Olays with the passes. You know, we started from the back, worked into midfield, out wide, into Vards, one touch finish, back of the net. You know,
we want for the tactics pod now.
Yeah, we'll get on that, won't we? We need to get back doing that.
Yeah. Matt, are you still out there in the press box for us? Presumably most of the supporters have gone now. They've been celebrating. They might be celebrating long into the night on this Tuesday evening, and rightly so. But yeah, it's been a really important win, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, for a number of reasons, really. First and foremost, the tightness of the situation at the top of the league. It couldn't come at a better time, could it, really? Some will say, why haven't performances like this come earlier? But like I said before, it's not as straightforward as that. But, you know, you keep plugging away, you keep doing the right things, and if you've got the right players, sooner or later it will come together. But what an occasion to do it, and in such style as well. And funny, they're looking, talking about stats as well. I just picked up there almost double possession, Southampton, and that doesn't happen too often, if at all, for Leicester City this season, with the way they play. But it seems to suit them better, doesn't it? It's probably like a similar scenario at St Mary's. But it was a free scoring game, wasn't it? That was the most dynamic that Leicester have been, and perhaps the first half of the Birmingham game I thought away at St Andrews, but then up until tonight, perhaps it's a Southampton thing, I don't know, but they look more effective when other teams come at them, and perhaps that might bode well if and when promotion is achieved, because you would imagine more teams are going to come at them if that was to occur. But I'm certainly getting ahead of myself a little bit there, I suppose. There's some buts, but yeah, it was so good to watch. And sometimes there's been a little tinge of frustration, hasn't there, creeping in about how Leicester play, and sometimes don't go for the throat. But they can play in different ways, as and when the situation arises. People, but I don't know. There was a real spirit about them today as well, wasn't there? As the boys mentioned there, Jamie Vardy. I mean, they talk about sort of resting him, and he'll start one and be subbed the next game. But he started at the weekend. I know he came off, and they give him a breather and have to manage him. But he was phenomenal tonight, really, from start to finish. He was buzzing around. He was, causing problems, even if he wasn't involved too much directly in the play in the earlier stages. But he was a real thorn in Southampton's side all the way through, right until he got withdrawn in the latter stages. And I thought he epitomised what Leicester were about tonight. Fatu was obviously the star man, but contributions all over the pitch. Great to see. It was a wonderful occasion. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. We all enjoyed it, that's for sure. 32,000 Leicester fans also enjoyed it. We'll continue to assess tonight's brilliant 5-0 victory over Southampton here on Matchday Live. We'll hear more from David Nugent and from Ewan Roberts, and hopefully we'll get some reaction as well from pitchside, from maybe Enzo Maresca and another couple of the players. So don't go anywhere.
Who wants to join me? Shopping at King Power. 3-day, 2-night stay booked. See ya.
To the rooftop bar.
To snap a photo for my IG.
To eat the famous pad thai.
The new collection is calling me.
Sure, there's a perfume I want. Let me ask my sis.
Yes, of course I'm going. Leicester City, Fox never quit.
Let's go. It's possible because King Power is more than just duty-free. Shop latest trends in beauty and gadgets, your coolest staycation, the legendary pad thai, best street food in town, a place to support your team, a fancy dinner, enjoy shopping at downtown stores and online, or even the thrill of a new experience. Explore your everyday possibilities. The power of possibilities. King Power.
The new season's nearly here and the opinions are getting stronger.
We've got serious pulling power now.
What? To get the top 2 players now?
Aye?
It's like I've been saying, if he settles the squad, we'll be back on top.
Only this time we're going for the quadruple.
You are joking, aren't you?
The time for talk is nearly over.
With over £4 million in free bet giveaways and huge price boosts, kick off your season with Sky Bet. That's betting better.
You're built different. Breathing new life into broken. Taking matters into your own hands. Assembling big dreams from the small things. Never stopping until you find right part at the right price. That's the eBay way.
Hello, football fans. This is a smart meter display. It helps you tackle energy usage, manage your spending, and keep you on target. Now that's a hat trick. Search Get a Smart Meter today.
The new season's nearly here and the opinions are getting stronger.
We've got serious pulling power now.
What? To get the top 2 players now?
Aye?
It's like I've been saying, if he settles the squad, we'll be back on top.
Only this time we're going for the quadruple.
You are joking, aren't you?
The time for talk is nearly over.
With over £4 million in free bet giveaways and huge price boosts, kick off your season with Sky Bet. That's betting better.
Welcome back to Matchday Live here on Fox's Hub with me, Dan Bates. David Nugent and Ewan Roberts are with me in the studio. And Matt Elliott is in the press box following Leicester's fantastic 5-0 victory over Southampton in the Championship this evening, which means the Foxes only need 1 win from their final 2 games of the season. We've been talking a bit, well, we were off there, just about the magnitude really of the victory and the fact that they do now need 1 from their final 2. Preston away, firstly, one of your former clubs, of course, and then Blackburn at home. Things might also be done maybe on Friday if Leeds lose away at QPR. We're getting ahead of ourselves already, aren't we? We've got to concentrate on tonight and on that win and listen to what Wilfred Ndidi told us about 10 minutes ago, which is we've got to focus on what we've got to do, basically.
I think it's enjoy the moment now, innit?
Yeah.
And then obviously
enjoy tonight.
Yeah. And then come into the weekend, or Monday, is it? Preston?
Yeah, Monday.
Could be over, might not be, but you can't prepare for that. You have to wait till Friday to see what Leeds do against QPR. Maybe QPR still fighting, for their lives in the Championship as well.
I still think that QPR still need. I think they're only 4 points off Birmingham, third from bottom. So they still need. I think they've only lost twice in their last 9 games. But do you know what? Don't rely on anybody else. No. Go and look after your own business. Go win the game at Preston. Dan, if Leicester play like they did tonight, and I love watching them play when the other team have a bit more possession, because on the counter-attack, and we haven't seen it that often this season, but we mentioned the game down at St Mary's early in the season where Southampton had to throw caution to the wind, and through a bit like tonight when they conceded that second one, had to be a bit more attacking, a bit more gung-ho, and they got punished with that blistering pace that Leicester have in attacking areas. I think you had a stat last night when we were doing extra time. Last time Leicester won promotion to from the Championship to the Premier League, Jamie Vardy scored 16 league goals. That's his 16th goal tonight.
I scored 21.
I was going to say, we knew that was good.
Oh, really jumpy, guys.
Matt Elliott, how many did you get in your promotion-winning season from the Championship?
Just the 3, I think, mate.
They all count, Matty. That's what matters, though, isn't it?
Exactly. They were all
It's a team game.
So, yeah, vital contributions they were, mate. But that far ago, I think the memory's a little bit blurred. But yeah, listen, just going into, like the boys are saying there, that things could be done and dusted before Leicester do play another game. But regardless, and again, not taking anything for granted, but what a step forward like tonight in itself was, but going into the next game as well, it just give you that reassurance and puff your chest out. You're in that sort of form. Form can change, very quickly, etc. But as a group of players, they must be on top of the world right now. They know that they're on the edge of creating something pretty special. Never mind any points tallies, regardless whatever. Getting this club back into the Premier League is paramount, really. And there's pressure on their shoulders, but that will relieve a lot of it tonight and give them such a boost and an assurance going into the game against Preston on Monday. What an opportunity! What an opportunity to go and follow up on the back of that performance. It's not like it was a scratchy, slightly fortunate 3 points, like it possibly could be described as against West Brom. They're not stumbling into the next game. Now they're bouncing and they're striding towards it. And I fancy them to finish the job, regardless of how things go in the previous weekend.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of reaction on social media, Matt, from Leicester fans. They're saying either it's one of the best performances of the season, the best performance they can remember for a while, certainly here at King Power Stadium.
Yeah, I concur with that. I mean, off the top of my head, best performance by some distance. And there's been a few to choose from. Leicester been mightily impressive for the majority of the season, haven't they? But tonight, it was just complete, wasn't it? I know Nudes is contesting it, but the 0 shots on target says what it says. That shows the superiority that Leicester had. Was it 6 on target for Leicester? Obviously 5 of them go in and a hatful of opportunities, but it was the quality with which they operated at, and also the togetherness, really. And speaking to a couple of people here who were just departing, and they kept mentioning Fatawu and Mavididi, and not for their attacking prowess, how hard they worked off the ball and tracking back, and that was evident all over the park tonight. And as much as the quality was obviously decisive in the end, finishing and putting away the opportunities that come Leicester's way, but there's a reason that those opportunities were able to be created, because the hard work was put in prior. That was a proper performance, and I'd be, listen, he's not going to not be, but Maresca must be absolutely delighted with that. It's also there's still work to be done, but that's like a culmination of his work coming together in one instance. What he needs now is repetitions of that. Then you're talking.
Yeah, it was a perfect performance, wasn't it? Just when you can see the celebrations every time he scored Enzo, you knew how much it meant to him again. He runs down the line, you see the substitute players running off the bench, celebrating together. That's what it's all about, and it's all about momentum, innit? Like momentum taking you into the next game. That win against West Brom, then into this game, Southampton, and then obviously you just got the last one against Preston now, where you can take all this into the game, you know, the confidence, the adrenaline that builds up into you to go into that game to go out and win the league. And if they perform like that again, I don't think Preston could live with them.
Yeah, I can't remember which goal it was, Ewan, whether it was the fourth maybe, where a few they went and celebrated in the corner, didn't they? For one of them in particular.
I think it was Jamie Vardy's,
they all
wasn't it?
came
Yeah.
and celebrated with them.
I think it was Jamie Vardy's goal. I mean, as soon as that, Fatu scored his second when he's cut in
inside
and he's whipped on into the top corner. As soon as the game restarted, Southampton went back into the back four with the ball. Jamie Vardy is screaming at the team to move up because he could smell blood. He could tell, he could sense that they had gone, and he could sense there was more goals there to be had for Leicester. He was desperate to score, and the work rate that he put in, we notice it, Dave, because obviously we've played that position. He just chases everything. He doesn't give up. There was one instance in the second half. He went from one Southampton player to the other. He ended up chasing the goalkeeper down, and the goalkeeper had to go along. Something Russell Martin doesn't want his team to do. I mean, it was an absolutely magnificent performance. And every time I've been to the King Power to work with yourselves this season, we've won. We've not drawn, we've not lost. So
come back more, mate.
I'm a bit of a lucky charm.
Was it Cardiff you were working for BBC Radio Wales as well?
Yes,
and saw a Leicester win?
And Swansea.
Yeah, exactly. Matt, just like, again, I'm just thinking from a supporter's point of view, you could really feel that at full time, couldn't you, what it meant to them?
Yeah, everyone's aware, isn't they, of the importance of the situation. I said it numerous times today, but over the course of this season, there's been a lot of talk, hasn't there? A lot of focus on ultimate promotion, and it looked like it was going to be a really enjoyable season, and pleasantly surprising how Leicester started the campaign. Really, after the disappointment, and then the turmoil of relegation, then the turmoil of players leaving, departing, new management coming in. You thought it might be a period of unease, but they slotted straight into a rhythm, really. I think I wouldn't say people took it for granted, but they were pleasantly surprised at how well Leicester are doing. But then there's been that disappointment and sort of frustration.
Matt, I'm going to cut you off. You can see why. Enzo Maresca is with our commentator, Tyler Morris.
Once again, they gave everything, and at the end, I think we deserve to win the game.
And in terms of the goals, it's one thing you're proud of is the different types of goals that you saw from your side.
Yeah, we scored 5 goals, different way. I said many times that most of the time the game demanding the way sometimes you have to play, sometimes you have to be more direct, sometimes you have to play more short. But yeah, overall I think we scored 5 goals and some of them very nice.
And of course, we have to mention Fatawu with a hat-trick. How proud are you of him and his performance this evening?
Fantastic, his performance, but I think all the team was very, very good tonight.
And of course, the scoreline was at 1-0 until the 60th minute, so there was a long period of the game where things were tight, things could have gone either way, but were you pleased with the way your team performed to stay in control even at 1-0?
Yeah, because it's football. We would like to score goals always, but the opposite, they are there. So, but yeah, overall, I think we took our chances tonight, and we deserve to win the game.
Would you say that was your best performance of the season, perhaps, saving it right till almost the very last?
I don't think so. I don't think it was our best performance. I think we had some more games that we played better than tonight. But at the end, people most of the time judge the results, 5-0, so people judge that, but we analyze the complete performance.
And does that result now seem like one big step towards the Premier League?
Yeah, as you said, we need one more win to finish our job. Hopefully it can be the next one, but now we prepare, we have 2 days off, the way we can recover energy and when we start to prepare the next game.
And in terms of Preston, how important is it that you don't use the 5-0 scoreline to become overconfident for the game against Preston on Monday night?
Yeah, but now it's just a matter to try to win one game of the 2 games that we have to get promoted. That is what we need in this moment.
Thank you very much. Well done tonight.
Thank you.
That was Enzo Maresca there speaking to our commentator Tyler Morris this evening. We'll let the final say of the evening go to you, Ewan, since you are the lucky charm that keeps coming in and giving us 3 points here at King Power Stadium. What a night.
What a night. What an atmosphere. I mean, the crowd were asked to be here early, 7:40, because there was going to be a bit of a light show, a few fireworks before the game started. Well, there was definitely fireworks while the game was going on. I mean, 5-star performance, 5 goals, 3 more points needed to make sure. I'd love to see the club get 100 points. I think for the season that Leicester have had, they deserve to get to that magical figure of 100 points. And hopefully, 2 more wins and it'll be job done. 2 words, job done.
1 more win needed in those final 2 games. Will it come in just under a week's time away at Preston? Well, we shall see, and you can see it with us, of course, on Fox's Hub. That game on Monday at Deepdale is an 8 o'clock kickoff. That means we'll be live from 7. Guess who's working with us? Ewan Roberts is. Hopefully that run continues. Also available at your leisure is the latest podcast. Muzzy Is It, in conversation with Matt Elliott and Jerry Taggart. You can listen to that wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch the full piece on YouTube or on the website as well. It is a fantastic hour or so with Muzzy Is It. But there we go. We're concentrating on the current Leicester group and that fantastic victory this evening. Thanks to Matt, to Nuj and to Ewan for their company this evening on, as Ewan rightly put it, a 5-star, 5-goal performance from the Foxes, who are now just 1 win away from the Premier League. Good night.